my dear Virgo. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of September 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into your season, Virgo, on the 23rd from my point of view. So happy birthday to you, my dear beautiful, beautiful Virgos. So, I had my birthday recently on the 14th of August, and I got this beautiful centerpiece from my family. So I wanted to display it for you all, so I changed my setting a little bit. I will do a shorter version than the normal 10 cards, with 10 cards instead of 15. So. And if you like it, I might continue doing my general reading in this fashion. I do this reading in the order of birthdays. We start from you, Virgo. The 8 signs that will be appreciating my readings the most will get a bonus love reading in about 2 to 3 weeks time for Libra season. So remember to hit the like button, and if you have time, you can watch or click the ad, which financially frees up my time so I can do more readings like this for you. As always, these readings apply to your sun, moon, rising sign and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And if you need more information after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the bonus readings for Virgo season that is already up, or general readings for August, or the pick a card readings on the first page of my channel. Click my little Queen of Cups icon and then scroll down a little on the first channel page. There you will see different readings that can clarify your situation. Choose the one that are most intriguing to you and you will find the answers you need. You can also seek out a personal reading. Go to the About section on my channel far to the right and you can order a reading there. For this reading, I will use the 78 Tarot Mythical. It's a global art collaboration, limited edition. And I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Virgos, when I open your deck here, I see Knight of Cups together with Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is, of course, you, Virgo. And Knight of Cups, it might be someone that has a soft spot for you, okay? It can be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but it can be any sign. It just shows a person that kind of have a little bit hots for you, or their heart is beating a little bit harder when you are around. But we can see it's a knight and you are a queen, so it might be a difference in maturity with this person. So you might want to look out for that. The Knight of Cups also comes a lot when the situation is about forgiveness. So it might be that there's some forgiveness that needs to happen in this situation. We can also see these two people are not connecting. You, Virgo, are looking up to the heavens for answers. And it seems like you maybe are running away from the situation because you felt vulnerable. And this other person is just finding out about their feelings. So it might not be something that is going to happen imminent with you getting to know who this is and for them to display emotions towards you or ask you for forgiveness. It might be a thing that happens at a later time because you don't look particularly connected. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the 10 of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. So it makes me feel that it's a very hard work for this Knight of Cups to approach you. So it might be against their dignity. It might be against their rules. They might have like ideals for how to live their life, and it might be against their ideals to seek you out or to tell you this. It would be for them a great effort to reach out for you, but we can see that this time this person is turning towards you. They are coming after you. But with the 10 of Wands, it can also be a person that holds back their natural expression. So even if they want to express love and apologies to you or ask you for forgiveness or say that they're forgiving you as well. It might be that they can't get these words over their lips, but the person is trying, working really hard, trying to be the best version of themselves. They just believe that it's just that this with opening up might be against their beliefs of what is the right thing to do. They might think that this is the wrong thing to do. So they're fighting with their own longing, we can say. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And here we have a 10 of Cups together with the Queen of Pentacles. So you can see that the Queen of Pentacles is the significator for this when I'm shuffling. And when I'm shuffling, you are seeing kind of the basics of the situation, like the starting point. And sometimes it's also going to be the ending point, but we'll see. And we can see that it's all about you and that you kind of ignore the whole situation. You have the back turned against it the whole time, and you're turned up to the heavens for answers. So I think you have given up on the situation that the divine is describing here in some way or the other, or you don't put effort into it as of now. But it's still a great love there, I think. And we can see the circle of this is the moon. It looks almost like the countries of Earth, but it's very pale, so it has the coloring of the moon. And here you have the same color in this circle. So I think there's a lot of things that's hidden, like in a gray area. Feelings that hasn't been revealed, but with the circle it tells something about connection and eternity. And 10 of Cups is the highest card for love in the minor arcana, so it shows that there's a great love here behind your back, Virgo. So I've forgotten where I were, but I call the 6 elements anyways. And here we have 2 of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. So we can see that the person that's struggling here behind your back, they are going through a lot of ordeals, like back and forth. They want to say that they're sorry, but they have their pride and they think that it would be the wrong thing to do. Maybe they also think that this would be the wrong thing to do towards you. With the 2 of Swords, it can be Libra. In other case, we have seen mostly water, but also fire. So 2 of Swords, it shows it's Libra energy, like being able to make a choice, and there's a lot of procrastination going on in this situation. So the person doesn't know if they are going to approach you as the wolf or as their more vulnerable from the more vulnerable feminine side. And again, we have the picture of the moon, and it's also lightning, and the ribbon is very purple. Here you have the pink color in your ribbon. So I think there's a bond between you still. But for you, I think it has to do more with unconditional love, which didn't help you in this situation. Therefore, you're turning to the heavens where to do with your love and where can you find someone that can love in the way you can. And for the other person, it's more about spiritual growth. And that is kind of logic because they were just a knight. So they need to work on their spirituality and also their personal growth to be able to come into balance with you. With the 2 of Swords is also balance. So I think there's a lot of things going on. They don't want to reveal their vulnerability. They don't want to. They kind of don't want to bruise their own ego. And they're also scared that approaching you would be the wrong thing, not only for them, but also for you. So they're also trying to do a good thing here. And maybe there has been a lot of things going on between you and they want to lay it to rest and to not pick it up again, like not poking in a wound. But it seems like the divine still wants you in some way to work this out together. Either it's just about forgiveness and moving on, or if it's more about deepening the relationship, it can be different for different people. But I don't think you can logically proclaim that I will have nothing to do with this because the divine doesn't seem to let you off the hook. Okay, so 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So I want my dear Virgos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So my plan with this is actually that this first part was a lot of with love. So I hope that the second part will now be about your spiritual growth. So you will get the tools for how to handle this. But it's not really up to me to decide. The divine holds the trump in this. But I will tune in for a few seconds to you, Virgo, and the energy of September for you. Okay. So my dear Virgo, I will separate the deck, and this will be in the bottom of the deck, and we actually have the moon here, so there's a lot to be dealing with the moon. So it seems like maybe there's a lot of things that's being unsaid in this relationship, a lot of things that hasn't been talked about. So a lot of this relationship might happen on another level, like on an astral plane, for example, in your dreams. You might feel the person in your aura, but there might be a silence between you, not talking about important things or not talking at all. So a lot of things are hidden, but there's a lot of things going on underneath the surface. I'm thinking about this song, Went to the Desert with a Horse with No Name, because in the last section they are talking about the ocean being a perfect disguise. And this is what I'm seeing a lot with this reading, that someone has a perfect disguise. There's a lot of things happening underneath the surface that you might not know anything about. And of course, it might be happening a lot of things underneath your surface too, Virgo. But I'm feeling a lot that there's another person in your surrounding holding back a big tsunami wave of emotions. Okay. And here we have another bottom of the deck, and this is the 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands is kind of, we had the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is blockages, too much energy. So we want to be strong. We don't want to overburden anyone or make a fool of ourselves with our instincts and our intuition and our dreams and our hopes. So we hold back a lot of things. But the 8 of Wands, classical when it comes, specifically if it comes together with the Knight of Cups, it's again about forgiveness, talking things through, sorting things out. So I think this is what's being held back, the longing to sort things out and to fix things and maybe being joined back together in some way again. So even if it's not like a breakup, it might be that there's a silence in the relationship where you're not talking about significant things. Okay. See if I can get the room with all these these big cards. So this will be your situation, and it's there, and this is what's challenging you, and this is how you're dealing with these challenges. This is your intuition, and this is how you answer to your intuition. This is your what to relax and accept. And this is the next level of this situation. And here we have cards for result. So I learned this reading in the 1990s somewhere. And I haven't been using it so much on the channel. Sometimes on the pick a card reading, I think. But it's it's like the lifting bird. But it calls the lifting bird. But I have added these 3 cards. So for me, it's more like it's a heart shape. Okay. The first card here, your situation, and we have a Page of Cups. So I think you stand in honor, Virgo. We saw the Queen of Pentacles a lot, And I think you are in big connection with your inside. You feel your inner child. You feel your emotions. You don't try to block them out. We saw the beautiful petals that were rising to the sky with this ribbon. So it's like love is allowed to be there in your heart, even if you can't express it, or you need to turn your back towards the situation. You still holds kind of your heart on your sleeve, and it's very beautiful how you do this, how you both protect yourself and, not being sunken in an illusion, and in the same time being able to hold the cup of love. So it's very beautiful. With this Page of Cups, your situation can be as such also that there's a person wants to offer love to you, but they are kind of shivering in their knees and don't want to do this. But I want to try to read this more about you, but I just say that there might come a message of love or an offer of love to you, rather imminent. We also saw the Eight of Wands, which is card of imminent action. I read it as it was suffocated a little bit with all these other cards that came, but for some of you, you will have some interaction coming through, but it might be minor. It might be like an iceberg. There's a little peak sticking up over the surface of the ocean, and it's a big mountain underneath. So if a person comes and say, hey, what's up? It might be a deeper meaning underneath those words, but they won't show you because it's an ego thing, and it's a self-preservation thing, and it's a person trying to not show their vulnerability. And this is your challenge here in this situation, and we have a Knight of Swords. So the person can have their heart on their sleeve, but they don't come out as such. They come out as they don't care. They have thick walls, high boundaries, sharp sword. But we can see butterflies there, which I think ties into the purple ribbon we saw across their eyes. So they are about to go through a change, but I don't think it has happened just yet. So the person is much the same on a surface level, but deep within they are moved. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this about you, but this is clearly this person which you have been dealing with. This is Gemini, so it's a person being two-faced. I'm not saying that Gemini is two-faced, but in this situation, this represents this, because it's a person having a vast, deep emotion for you, but showing a very hard and maybe careless attitude. Okay, so this is the situation that you're in, that you're dealing with such a person, and always people in our surrounding are our mirror. So it might be that you are either like this against people without realizing it. Maybe not just against this person. Maybe here you might be very vulnerable, but towards other people you can be cold without really knowing it. So you need to take a look at yourself, not with judgmental eyes, but just look on yourself and your action from different angles, not to judge, not to hate, but to love yourself, support yourself, see yourself, being clear about what your patterns are, and being able to see when you're sometimes are cutting and cold. Okay, and this is how you deal with this challenge. And we have the Hermit, so it's Virgo again, and it kind of goes very well with the Queen of Pentacles. It just shows that you ignore the situation. You don't want this drama. You don't want a person coming out two-faced towards you. Then you rather be alone. And this aloneness can be a good time to actually take a good look in the mirror and look at yourself. We see this. It's a skull and also this butterfly. So if you can use this light, the light of your attention, to shine it through yourself and to look at yourself at different situation. If you are, let's say you're stumbling on a wonderful person that you really want to, you're really inspired by this person, you really want to know more about them, but you think they are maybe so popular that you don't want to, push yourself through the crowd of people and make yourself known to them. So this might be a situation when you are two-faced and holding back your true intentions. You really want to go forward and, hug the person and says, oh, you're the your inspiration of my life, for example, but you don't do it out of domestication, and you have been brought in a certain way. We don't do like that, and you don't, with the Two of Swords also, you don't want to intimidate the person. You don't want to come out as crazy, but just look at these situations. I don't say you have to throw yourself around the neck on someone, but just notice when you want to do this, but you don't. So just look, look. We have the moon here, so be aware of your subconscious needs and actions and interaction and non-actions, and what's happening inside of you in this very moment, and what's real, what's the truth, and what's your mask. So look at this. And this is what your intuition is telling you, and your intuition is telling you Five of Cups. So I think your intuition has been telling you Five of Cups for quite some time. Maybe, the last 15 or 20 or 5 years or 2 years has told you that this situation is going to break your heart. You are going to get disappointed again. And you haven't really, earlier on, you probably didn't listen. Now I think the divine has catched your ear, or your own soul has catched your ear, because we saw that the Virgo Queen of Pentacles was turned away from the situation. You don't want to be disappointed again. You don't want to give a person a second chance and have the same old. So that's where you are on the right track. You are not supposed to become a codependent just because you love. So that's something important. Also look why you're surrounding yourself with people that are a disappointment to you over and over again, and why you surround yourself with situations that are a disappointment for you over and over again. And also look at your emotions. It might be that you're avoiding to do certain things because they give you uncomfortable emotions. Look at this, because there might be a hidden trauma here somewhere. And I was talking about icebergs. I know this is probably maybe clouds. I don't know. Maybe it's smoke. It can be clouds. But for me, in this time, it's icebergs. And it's water, melting water from this. So, and we have the moon here. So I'm thinking there's a big trauma with you that wants to come up to the surface. It might be that your heart chakra is awakening at this time, and you're getting more and more vulnerable to different things. And it's because it's something moving underneath the surface that sooner or later are going to have your attention, and you're going to know what it's about, and you're going to be able to heal it. But as of now, it's still like an unknown disturbance inside of you. You don't know exactly why you're feeling in the way you are feeling, but you know that you have very strong emotion at times, and specifically when dealing with people that seems to want to, like, their main mission in life is to hurt you. And they are doing this, it's of course to make you aware of this pain inside of you that has made a shelter in your body for a very long time. So it's time to heal is what I'm seeing in this. But it's also time to be aware of the situation you're putting yourself through that actually makes you sad and disappointed. So this is how you deal with this intuition of yours. And we have Temperance card, so that's lovely. It's Sagittarius energy, shows goal orientation, sorry. And we have this beautiful rainbow and the butterflies again, and also the very wise owl. And here we can see two parts of you. We have the horse underneath, like the Centaur horse part, stomping and thrusting and like full of power and passion, and it can sometimes be a little bit pushy and running over people. So it's a little bit this energy with you. And then we have the top here, that's an angel, which I'm thinking is the Page of Cups. So this is the two parts of you, that you have one side of you that's very vulnerable and forgiving and altruistic and unconditional loving, and another part of you that has more energy, more stamina, are courageous, but also reckless and sometimes selfish. So we have the all here, which is, as I said, very supportive, because this is going to help with this mix between these two parts of you. But this is also the second card for love in the major arcana. So it shows when you meet someone and your demons play so well together. So I'm hearing a song here. I don't know exactly what song it is, and I dropped my pen. So I will write down this first horse with no name, and we have a horse with no head here. It's an angel instead. And then we have this with some demon dance. It's coming to me back and forth, but I can't really get a hold of it. But it might have come earlier, maybe for the love bonus readings. So it's about this with having a demon inside of you, but suffocating it so much that it comes outside of you and being a disappointment to you. So you're going to have to look on the inside, not look for problems with you, but how you can, how you can work with this capacity, because it's a capacity. But when it is a shadow, it doesn't become a capacity, it becomes a problem. So you're having it as a problem in your day-to-day every life. But if you would deal with your shadow here and dig deep and find it, it's maybe a lost soul part. It will be a terrific part of you that could, glow and really make wonders here on planet Earth. When we are whole, we are stunningly powerful and beautiful. So it's like your soul wants to come down in your body, but you need to be able to see your shadows and do this excavation in the landscape of the moon. Hermit, number 9, it's connected to 18, which is the moon card, which we had in the bottom of the deck. 18, 1 plus 8, 9. So these two cards are connected. So it's about going down to the landscape of the subconscious and getting to know its memories, also past life memories. So I think you have a past life trauma where you lost the soul part, and you're going to have to get it back. And the disappointment and these difficult people in your life is a clue to what has happened and what you have lost. So this is what you need to relax and accept. And we have a 5 of Pentacles. So it's going to be a distance between you and this other energy as of now, because it's a distance between you and your own shadow inside of you. You're going to have to make acquaintance with things inside of you that currently are unknown to you. So look, if you want to find this, what this is, look what you're avoiding to do, what you're avoiding to think of, what you're avoiding to feel, what you're avoiding to want, what you're avoiding to dream of, what you're avoiding to worry about. Look there. And every time you find one of these clues, oh, I'm worrying about this, interesting, you can write it down. Every of these disturbing things is a clue to what have happened to you in this past life when you became traumatized and lost the soul part. And here we can see this dissonance. It's like we are not a part of, because we lost a part of ourselves, so we can't be whole. This wants to make you whole. This is telling you that there's a separation. It's a separation, and it's a feeling of not being good enough. Something happened that made you feel not good enough. And it might also be the reason to why you have settled for situations and people that was a disappointment to you. Both these are 5s. 5s are connected to the High Priest, and it shows a situation in society, in relationships, in tradition, in memories, like the big library of the Hierophant or the High Priest. There's a memory here. There's a clue in your relationship. There's a clue in how you act towards other people in the world and how they act towards you. Every disturbance here holds a clue to this memory, this trauma. And trauma comes not as a punishment, but as an experience. And this is about digesting experiences. It's number 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. So this is the scientist that goes out in the world and put themselves to danger and even trauma maybe, and comes back with experience and books that they can put in the library of wisdom, the 5s. So you are like a scientist, but a scientist that have been deeply traumatized due to your explorations. And it's have probably happened in the past and you have forgotten about it, but it's repeating in a vicious cycle for you to remember it, for you to take up this feeling, to process it, to digest it. Okay. And here we have the next level, and it's a 10 of swords, and it can look very gruesome, but this is you actually remembering. 10 of swords, you are looking at all these keys, the worrying, the anxiousness, the things you don't do, the things you don't look at, the things you don't hear that people are saying, the things you refuse to see. All these things are clues, and then you will remember. And we have a sun here, so the moon is not longer there, it's the sun. And the truth, first it will hurt you with what you know, but then it will set you free. So it's like you have a situation here where the divine wants to heal you from a past trauma or karma, but you're going to have to do so through remembering something that was really traumatic, and you're going to have to work it through. It's not the trauma itself that's so difficult for you, it's the habits. You have a lot of negative habits that you have put as survival skills to cover up for the trauma, to make you go, like, even if you are in pieces, you have been able to move forward and do your things. And it's survival skills, but they are not the truth. They are just covering up for a wound. And you actually need to take away this life support system and find out what they are. Why are you avoiding this? Why do you worry about this? Why do you ignore that you're worrying about this? You need to look at all these things and take them out, your life support. And then you're going to have to go deeper and find this lost soul part. And this might happen through dreams or through panic attacks. It can happen through you actually going to someone and doing regression therapy or healing. It can happen in so many different ways, but pay extra attention to your dreams at this point. Try to write them down. Maybe take a tarot card for every situation in that dream and try to find out what it wants to point to. Specifically, if it has to do with death, coffins, mummies, worms, things like this, try to pay extra attention to those dreams. But all dreams are worth listening to. But in this case, we want to find out what you have buried. Okay, and this is going to be the result. And we have an Ace of Swords here. So this is, again, this knowledge that we saw with the sun behind this 10 of Swords. So you're going to become aware. We can say that the Ace of Swords is enlightenment. But it's blood, sweat and tears and enlightenment at last. So you will have to look at the things that you have denied to yourself before you can have the truth shine in like this, and with you being okay with it. And here we have the butterfly of transformation again. So something marvelous is about to happen to you. You are about to get back a memory of old, of something that you have, people you have loved and lost, a situation you have loved and lost, parts of yourself that you have loved and lost. And you are going to get back the memories of this. So it's just the memories, it's just the knowing. And it's a new beginning also. Ace of Swords. We also have Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles usually comes very close to death. It's a death of the old and a new beginning. When old things dies, it leaves room for change, for new beginnings. And I think this is kind of the minor arcana death card. This is a death scene. And here your old ideas are dying and leaving room for beautiful new things to happen. It's a healing. We can see it's almost like tombstones here, but there's a beautiful writing on this stone. And it's a lot of butterflies. It's a lot of a flower. So I think you're going to give a homage to the life that you have been living. You will remember them. You will remember the people that you were with. You are going to be able to see through the curtain and honor, the people and the situations and the use that you have been in the different lives, and you will take them home. And you will also purify yourself for a beautiful new beginning. Ace of Coins comes with its gratification from God. And we can see this also from this coming, the light from above. So it's like the divine is watching you at this point and are really helping you a lot. And you're going to need it. I don't think you will be super depressed through this. I think you will be rather aware. But it might also give you some, I don't think you will be physically, psychologically so like tested. I think you will, it seems like you will be calm with this. I remember the queen that came. It was like, you want this, you have asked for this, and now it's coming. But in your body might start to remember, and you might get strange pains and other things. Just don't think that your body is falling apart. It's just remembering old things and taking up this memory to the surface. So be calm with it. Don't stress. Just let it be help with healing, but not too much, because it's probably a process where maybe if your foot starts hurting or something like that, take care of it. Go to the doctor if you think that it's necessary, but don't stress out, and don't try to fix it too eagerly, because it's almost like your body is remembering something, and it's helping to take this, whatever it is, up to the surface. So you don't want to stress it, because it's a delicate process, and it wants to happen in its own time. Okay. And the last result card is, of course, the Queen of Pentacles. So this process isn't over. You are looking to the sky for help, and the divine is saying, when it's hard, when it's tough, when you need anything at all, ask the angels and they will come and help you, because they want to be of your assistance. And if you allow them by praying and asking, you don't have to pray 10,000 times. Just ask them and they will be there, swift as, angels, like whooshing in. So know that you're protected. Know that you have the eyes on heaven, but heaven has the eyes on you as well with these two aces. So healing is happening for you. It's like the divine has granted you a gift of healing. That this time it will be hard, and you will remember things, but it will be like a purification, or like I want to say catharsis. I don't know if this is a name, a word even in English, but in Swedish it is. So it's a purification that's going on with you. So very, very, very beautiful. So I hope these readings would be a little bit shorter, but it doesn't seem like that will happen. I will take a card from Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck for you to support you a little bit on this journey. So, supportive card for Virgo that can give some answers. Wow. All right. I'm always fighting to make these readings shorter and shorter to, not to bore your skull off, and also make me be able to do this in a little bit more rapid speed. But the divine still wants you to have a lot of information. So we just have to be grateful that they are putting so much effort into this. And of course, then I need to do the same. Okay. So, my dearest, we'll start with dragonfly. It's a very powerful symbol, the dragonfly. The dragonfly lives near water and represents the ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. It is one of the only creatures that can fly up, down, sideways, and backwards. Living your truest life is a responsibility. Do not let it be trivialized or lived superficially. The dragonfly is a symbol of knowing who you are and what you want. Make informed decisions and live life to the fullest without regrets. I am emotionally strong and live my life without regrets. So I think this is about this with being more open, which we saw was mirrored in this other person for you. The person they don't live fully, and you might feel like you are living fully and you're taking every chance, but you actually aren't. There's things that you don't see with this. Okay. So it might be in different departments where you don't take chances at work, or you don't take chances in relationships, or you don't take chances to make new friends, or you don't pick up that money you see on the street, or you are not aware when you're walking down the street, so you don't see the opportunities. And dragonfly, dreams. It's the next page. And I was talking about your dreams being important, and here comes probably another angle also. Believe in your dreams, believe in yourself, and reach for the stars. You have the courage, patience, and passion. She's looking to the stars, this Queen of Pentacles. Patience and passion within you to make a difference. When you have a dream, only you have the responsibility to make it real. Dreams are never free. It may take time, energy, and sacrifice to create the reality and live your dream. It also takes preparation, determination, and effort. Never compromise or surrender your dreams. Believe in yourself and believe in your dreams. I believe in following my dreams. So taking the opportunities that comes to you. Okay, my beautiful Virgos. I hope this will be helpful. And if you have more questions about this, you can go to my channel page and see more readings there. The one I talked about in the beginning, pick a card readings, love bonus readings, and general reading also for August, which can help you see a little bit more about this situation. I'm going to also offer a package with reading and past life reading, which I will do psychically, so not with the cards so much, but meditate myself into a state where I can see your past life. And there will also be an package where it also includes healing. So I'm going to put it up soon on my webpage, so that if you feel that this is something that you need, it will be available for you. Okay, so my dear Virgos, I hope you will go through with flying colors, I'm sure. So take really good care, and see you again when I do the love bonus readings. Hopefully you have clicked the like button enough to be one of the signs which I will have time to read for. Okay, take really good care, and bye-bye.